Hey everybody, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. Today we're going to try to put some paint on our 4-plank horse fence that we've got going on here. If you followed along with the channel, you know we built this fence to my right last year sometime, and then this one to the left that looks a little bit newer I have been working on this year. So this one's nice and dried out, so I'm going to try to put some black asphalt protective paint on it. So that's going to be our chore today. Come along with me and I'll show you how we do it. Let me show you the setup I'm going to use. This is the Generac generator that I purchased a while back off of Facebook Marketplace, and I'll put a link in the description below to that video if you're interested in seeing that. And I bought this one because it has wheels and it has a handle where I can just wheel it down the fence line and keep spraying. And then I have a Graco Magnum Project Painter airless spray gun. Now this is a DIY one and it's worked really well so far, with a couple of exceptions, and I'll talk about those. And then what we're spraying is this fence and post asphalt paint. Now I have thinned that out with some paint thinner. That's a 5-gallon bucket, and I put about a gallon of this paint thinner in it. And you can see we've used quite a bit so far, and we've done quite a bit of the fence so far. Now, the problem I've been having is I've been having issues with the gun clogging up. And what I did to resolve that, I looked online and some people had some comments. There's a filter in this handle here. And people recommended spraying this type of paint. Just remove that filter. The filter just gets gummed up really quickly with this kind of paint. So I took the filter out, and then I tried a couple of different tips. And the first one I tried was a 517 tip. And if you're not familiar with the nomenclature on these tips, the first number is the spray width. So a 5, you multiply that by 2, it gives you a 10-inch spray fan. And then the 17 is in thousandths of the hole that's in here. So that's 17,000. That one clogged up really quickly. Then I stepped up to a 523. It seemed to also clog, not so quickly. I could go down and literally paint several sections of fence, quite a few, before it would clog. And then you can twist it around, and it has the function to spray backwards and kind of clean out the tip. But it was just a bit aggravating. So I spent the money and bought one of these heavy-duty Graco. This is a 337. So it's going to spray a 6-inch width, and it's a 0.37 or 37 thousandths hole. So I think this is the biggest one you can get. So if it doesn't spray well with this, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. And then I bought a little extension for the spray gun also, so I wouldn't have to be right up next to the fence. So we're going to try that out and see how it goes. See if we can get on down through this fence and get this one sprayed. It's looking good so far. I'm going to put you back on the tripod. We'll crank everything up. There's going to be some generator noise, so hopefully it won't be too loud. I'll edit that down, the volume down in the video. But we're going to see how it sprays. As you can see, we're making good progress here. If you're curious as to how much fence you can do with one 5-gallon bucket of paint, what you see here, I counted up the fence posts and the sections after I finished a bucket of paint, and I was able to do 35 posts. So that's 35 sections, and there's 7 feet between each fence post. So that's a pretty good distance with this 5-gallon bucket of paint. Now I am thinning this paint out, so maybe I'm not quite sure, double the 5 gallons, but maybe 7-8 gallons for that amount of distance. And then it's good to stop and clean out your gun and clean out the nozzle, because this particular asphalt paint is very gummy and sticky, so it's much harder on the sprayer than a normal paint. So I've got a lot more fence to do, so I better get at it and quit talking. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. That helps me out a lot. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. See you next time on Thistle Hill Farmstead.